Friends, because this video is so long, the vignette that I mentioned for the family room, I'm going to show it in a totally separate video. Thanks for your support. Hello to all of our friends of the twins. Boy, am I glad to see you. Wow, it feels like I haven't been on YouTube in forever. Actually, it's only been 11 days, but I've missed you guys. Work has been really hectic, to say the least. For you, those of you that may not know, Shonda is a nurse, and I am a radiologic technologist. And I work in the emergency. I don't even know how to describe work lately. First adjective that comes to mind is scary. Most of the patients, all of them really, all of the patients that come in and suspect that they have the coronavirus get an x-ray. X-rays help to determine, their diagnosis. Of course, there's a test that you take for corona, but at a certain point, if it gets bad enough, it starts to affect your lungs, and that's where I come into play. They all get a chest x-ray, and when you see a patient that you're almost certain that they have corona, of course it's not a definitive diagnosis without the test, but the x-ray will show up what looks like a pneumonia, like a bad pneumonia, white splotchy areas in your lungs. So anyway, say all that to say that, yeah, I see all of the corona patients, and just say in an 8-hour shift in the emergency room, if I take 15 chest x-rays, that's mostly all that they're ordering. Almost everyone that's coming into the emergency room is there because they, either are showing signs and symptoms of COVID-19, or they've had an exposure and, have come in. But, yeah, majority of the patients, about 95% of my patients are there because they are suspected corona patients. So I see all of them. And I am a PRN employee, so I choose my own schedule. The schedule I'm presently working is 5 days on and 9 days off. I had already chosen this schedule before the new year came in, long before anything came up about corona. So, that's how I came to work this schedule. And I'll work this schedule, it'll be effective until May 3rd. So after that, I'm most likely gonna scale back. I think for me, just because I am working in the emergency room solely, I need a break, like a physical and a mental break. In this video today, I am putting together a little vignette in my family room. It's a little area that I've been looking at for a while. You know how you just get tired of looking at something and you want to redo it? Well, that's me. I get bored so quickly. that's why I'm always changing something out. I usually change out decor around my home probably every 2 or 3 months. Shopping my home, moving things around, and as you very well know, you can move it from one room to the next, and it'll look totally different. So, yeah, my husband always teases that he wakes up to a new, wakes up in a new house every other day. But I'm gonna make a little disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen that watch our videos. I know, my nails look horrible, horrendous. But I am not brave enough to venture out to the nail salon or the hair salon for that matter. I haven't been to the nails or hair salon since any of this started. I just feel like I'm working in the emergency room, with sick people. A lot of these COVID patients, they come in and the next thing you know, they are on the ventilator before they even leave out of the emergency room. So I'm working with these sick people, a highly contagious disease. And when my 5 days are up, I just want to come home and stay home. I don't go anywhere. To me, with the amount of exposure that I'm already getting at work, it's just not worth it to me to go out. So you just gonna have to excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I know the nails look horrible. I might treat or see if I can get my daughter to do them for me. But anyway, that's just a little disclaimer that I wanted to make. But I am so glad to come on and share this time with you. It's kind of therapeutic for me, like having someone to talk to. Like I have Rhonda to talk to about, everything that we see and and everything as it involves or relates to the coronavirus. But I try not to burden that, try to put that burden on my family. Just constantly talking about it and all that kind of stuff. But I do want to tell you, everyone, it is real. The coronavirus is real. It's real. I hear people, different little situations talking, and it's like because it has not affected them or anyone that they know, that, they don't believe that it's real. But I'm here to tell you that it's real. So, yeah. Anyway, getting back to the video. Like I said, it's a little vignette that I put together in my family room. I've done it, used things that I already had. I haven't bought anything. It's all from things that I've had around the house. And I hope you'll enjoy the video. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think about it. And Rhonda and we welcome and appreciate any prayers. When you say your prayers, just keep us in mind. But we also want you to know that we don't take any chances. I am covered up so much when I'm at work. It is almost unreal, and I stay that way for the entire 8 hours. I wear my N95 almost continuously. I'm just not. Rhonda and I have asthma, and I am not gonna take any chances or anything for granted. So yeah, and that gives me comfort too. To know that I've done everything that I can do to keep myself protected. It gives me comfort. So it's just It's the world we're living in. You got to adjust and roll with it. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy the video. And thanks for watching. Okay, I'm back. Since we were talking about coronavirus, there's a few things that I want to reiterate. Main thing is, I'm seeing people all out and about with a pair of gloves on. You touching this and you touching that, and you go over here and you go to the grocery store and you touch this, and you come out of the grocery store and you go to the ATM and you got these same pair of gloves on. That is not how that works. It is not effective. I would much rather see you with a mask on. Get you a mask. Put you a mask on. Forget about the gloves, because majority of the people that I'm seeing, you're not using them the correct way anyway, and you're just cross-contaminating. So, to me, and I think I've heard some professional, people like doctors and things like that say, it's just more effective. Wear your mask and then wash your hands. Good old soap and water. Wash your hands. And if you haven't heard, there is a little song that you can sing. You need to wash your hands at least 20 seconds. So I'm almost sure that everyone is familiar with the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Sing that. Get your hands all soaked up, get your water running, and start singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Sing it in its entirety, and by the time you're finished, your 20 seconds is up. Okay? That's just a cute little thing. I do it myself. You know why? Because little things like that, you got to have fun. You got to have fun with things. It just helps the day go by. Yeah, I'm talking about when I'm at work. I do it at home too. Now it's just, without even thinking. I'm just singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star while I'm washing my hands. And I've told my family to do the same. But, so that's the thing with the mask and the gloves. Quit wearing those gloves out everywhere. You're just cross-contaminating, and they're not doing a bit of good. Wear you a mask, and when you get home from running your errands and all of that stuff, if you don't have hand sanitizer, then wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Another thing that I want to make sure that people, understand is, we have like curfews in place. Like, adhere to that. Stop bunching up, grouping up, and this social distancing is for a reason. So stop it. Sit down and be still. Because I want you to know, these people that I'm seeing in the emergency room, they are coming in by themselves. You are not allowed to have visitors with you in the hospital. So if you don't pay any attention, to social distancing and all that, and you find yourself at the hospital suspected of having corona, you are all alone. You're going to be in there all by yourself. You cannot have visitors. The only people I've seen in the emergency room that have visitors are people that just say are severely disabled, unable to speak for themselves. They're allowed to have one visitor. But other than that, 95%, maybe even 98% of the people that are coming in, you're coming by yourself. So if it should get to the point where you're going to be admitted, you're going to still be by yourself. When you go up to the ICU, and majority of these patients end up in the ICU, you're going to be by yourself. You cannot have any visitors whatsoever. I have seen some patients, if they're able to, well enough to, and have the breath to do it, then you can have your cell phone and FaceTime your family or talk to your family. But if you're sicker and you're sicker than that, and you're unable to reach out to your family, I mean, you are there by yourself. No visitors whatsoever. So that's also something to think about, I also wanted to say that the youngest I've seen come in that is suspected, of the coronavirus is 24. But the majority of the people that I've seen are, they are the elderly. And when I say elderly, I want to say 60 and up. But there's also 30 people in their 30s and 40s. So this virus is not discriminating. And for a lot of the patients, especially this past week, the ones that I saw, when they come in, they are sick. And what I mean by that is, to me, the worst part of it, and I think it would be for anybody, is the shortness of breath, not able to really catch your breath. That's some scary stuff. And I'm seeing a lot of that. Let's see, symptoms. I've seen the symptoms range from fever, shortness of breath, and cough. Those are the three main ones that I think everyone knows about. But there are also some other symptoms of COVID. Pink eye is one. Nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Those are also symptoms. So, then you also have some people that don't get any symptoms. So this thing is crazy, y'all. You just never know how it's going to affect you. So I just want everybody to, take it seriously. I've heard all of the conspiracy theories. I've just heard a lot of different things. For me, working with it directly, I don't really care how it got here. There's nothing I can do about that. But I can just tell you that it's here, and it's something that we have to deal with. So I just want everyone to take it seriously. We got day-to-day operations at the hospital are different. That's probably all I'll say about that. But yeah, just continue to pray for us. Shonda and I are encouraged. We have a strong faith in God, and we also know that He gives us the wisdom, to make certain decisions. And when I say that, I'm talking about we take our PPE, personal protective equipment, we take that seriously. We don't take any chances at all. And we'll continue to do so. I think the world is changing. I don't see, well, I think for this thing to truly go away, we're going to have to come up with a vaccine. Otherwise, the world's a changing. Life will never be the same or as it was before Corona. I just don't see how it can be, because you're going to have to move differently. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you and tell you things that I'm seeing. Like I said, the majority of the patients are elderly, but we also have some 30s and 40s, people 30s and 40s there. The youngest that I've seen is 24 so far. Yeah, majority of them end up in the ICU. Not all of them are on a ventilator. But things change with this coronavirus. It changes. It could change, looks like to me, hour to hour. You could be breathing unassisted and on your own 1 minute, and in the next 2 hours, that has happened. I've seen patients, and then in the next 2 hours, they're on the vent. So, yeah, I just want everybody to, take it seriously. It may not, and I pray to God that it doesn't affect your family. But I do want you to know that it's real. Thanks for listening. As far as patient condition, you hear them talk about pre-existing condition. What I'm seeing, what I have personally seen is 30 to 40, maybe even 50% of the patients in the ICU with COVID have diabetes, and a majority of them are overweight. Now I'm just speaking on what I have seen, my personal experience. And when I say overweight, I mean we have patients that were x-raying 300 plus pounds. We have some that are 400 plus. And we also have one or two that are 500 plus. So, certainly, like I said earlier, it does not discriminate. You could be 110 pounds. You just never know. But I'm just telling you, I just wanted to share with you my personal experience and what I'm seeing. That's certainly not the case everywhere, but this is what I'm seeing, at my particular facility. And along with that, when we speak about the elderly patients, pre-existing conditions that I've seen them have. High blood pressure. These are the ones that are coming in with, you can just about definitively say they have a COVID. They also have high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, COPD, you know. So it is true when the media tells you, that it seems to be the ones that have pre-existing conditions that are hit the hardest. I am finding that to be true just from what I'm seeing in the emergency room. But we've also seen, I think there was a segment on the news recently talking about the 30-year-old. I believe he was a coach, healthy as a horse. He succumbed to the illness. So, like I keep saying, it doesn't appear to discriminate at all. And in this video, I'm just telling you what my personal experience is, just sharing what I have seen for myself. All right, friends, this is my last addendum, but I don't want it to seem like it's all doom and gloom, because what I feel like the media is not telling you is that a lot of people are doing fine. A lot of people, there's no need to go to the hospital. If you find out you have it, you can self-quarantine at home. And I did want to let you know, not everybody ends up in the hospital. So, I do feel like the news is definitely not telling you that. A lot of people that get corona don't even know they have it. They remain symptom free. So it's not all doom and gloom. But it is something to take seriously. I just thought it was important to come on and tell you that. Like I said, a lot of people that have it, you don't even know you have it because you didn't have not one symptom, and that's great. And not everybody that gets it ends up on a ventilator, and not everybody that's getting it is ending up, dead. So I kind of wish the media would show that a little bit more too. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and tell you that. Everyone stay encouraged.